My name's David Landini and I'm here today in Barham at the border service station with Lee Miller. Lee's the proprietor of the border service station and of course it's a beautiful day. Now we had a meeting in Kundruk there, Lee, last week on Monday night about a Riverina State meeting, of course. What was your opinion, Lee, or what did you think?
Well, I thought it was a good start for the campaign for Riverina State.
Yep.
Listening to the people that were there, they were very supportive. The people were, from a range of different industries that rely on water and sustainable timber industry and that sort of thing. I think the meeting went down really well. The numbers were a bit short, but it would be really good to build the numbers up gradually over meetings. Get it out there more, and just converse with people and just sort of get their opinions. And at the end of the day, if they don't turn up, they don't know about it. So we've got to get it.
Yeah, we had about 15 people there, which I was reasonably happy with the 15. It's very hard to actually get people at meetings. But really, Lee, you probably agree with me, this issue is actually so important that really, you'd nearly think everyone in the whole area should arrive.
Absolutely, Dave.
Because we can see a disaster in the area, particularly with the irrigation industry, but not only the irrigation, there's also the timber industry and also and all natural resource-based industries. The whole agricultural industry has issues. And we can see that, and we've also seen that really doesn't matter what representations or delegations or whatever are made to politicians or bureaucrats, the disaster just continues to roll on.
Absolutely.
Lee, of course, there was some discussion of the politics of the setup and particularly the numbers.
Well, the numbers speak for itself. You look at the numbers that you've published and you've done a lot of research on. And it's in black and white. It's in black and white. You can see that nothing's going to change for the better for farming and timber industry and everything. So you can, and as your comment was at the meeting, you're just flogging a dead horse. You can only flog a dead horse for so long, and the result won't change. It's going to stay the same, and that's exactly what's happening in the system at the moment. The politicians are only after numbers. That's all they want. They don't care about individual people and industries outside of their populated areas. They obviously don't care. So people need to wake up and realise that if they want to change this, if they want to stay farming or in the timber industry or even small towns like this, I'm not a farmer, but I see a lot of things. I worked in a retail shop that sold a lot of agricultural equipment, and you can see the decline in business. Really, it's just like Molders where I was there. We're selling four-wheelers and lots of agricultural items, and have been for years. 40 odd years they've been doing that for, and all of a sudden you go in there now, there's no four-wheelers. It's devastating to the towns.
And that decline in the business, that would no doubt be related to the dairy industry in Victoria, because there was a huge dairy industry around Kundruk and so forth.
Huge.
Which leads us into another part of that meeting, Lee. It was like the Riverina State historically is in New South Wales, of course, but there's significant support for the northern areas of Victoria to actually separate from the urban area of Victoria, from Melbourne and the suburbs, because basically, or in effect, northern Victoria has been shafted just as badly as the people in the Riverina.
It's the same. It's exactly the same.
So it led on to that, Lee, and that's where there was some discussion about Victoria as well.
Like including northern Victoria is a no-brainer. It really is. Because if it happens, you've got the river that runs down the centre of the state, basically. So with your proposal of controlling the water and everything as a new state, it makes sense. Northern Victorian farmers have been shafted just as bad as New South Wales.
Terribly.
And as you said before, the amount of dairy farms that were and are now, the numbers are massively different.
Absolutely.
Hundreds of dairy farms are shut down along the region. And then that's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. It just won't. So it makes no sense to me to still go down the same road and hope one day that you can vote these people out or something, because that is not going to happen.
No, absolutely.
You will not do it. So include Northern Victoria, I think, is a brilliant idea. And the other few people that we had there the other night, they were for it.
Absolutely.
So why not? And as I said to you before, Dave, how's Daniel Andrews' new scheme going on? Your farm waste, your animal waste, is now going to be classified as industrial waste.
Really?
Where's the brains in that?
Well,
come on.
Well, that's a ridiculous regulation or law, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's another example of the urban areas of Victoria making laws that are ridiculous.
Yep, exactly.
That do have a real economic and financial effect on dairy farms,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they declare that
sure.
their cow poop is now industrial waste.
They've got to dispose of it the legal way or something like that. You know, I don't understand.
So they not only take the water out of the area and shut down dairy farms, but they bring in another regulation like that, and that's just another example of the misgovernance in Victoria. Because Victoria, to be quite frank, is being shafted, as Lee said, just as badly as New South Wales.
Yeah. The Greens are getting too big, and you know, and all those votes for the Greens to get in are coming from the metropolitan areas, the bigger areas. So they don't care. You know, they still get their food and that sort of stuff at the supermarkets. They don't drive out in the bush a lot and have a look and actually see how the rest of the country operates. You know, they just don't do it. So they're happy just living in their little lives and doing what they want to do. None of them understand it. You know, we've got the best food bowl in the world. And it involves a lot of New South Wales and a good portion of the northern parts of Victoria.
That's right.
So why destroy that? You know, it's economy going out the window.
And unfortunately, as we've seen, these industries will be destroyed while we're dominated by Victoria, dominated by the green-orientated vote in Melbourne. That's where the vast majority of it is, and the Riverina will be financially and economically destroyed by the urban population, very much influenced by the green vote in that area as well. So Lee, moving forward, Lee's very keen as am myself to move this forward. So what do you suggest, Lee?
Well, as I said before, I'd like to be involved, and I'd like to see more meetings held in areas where people are affected, obviously. And get this Riverina estate out there. Get it out there, get it in people's faces. Talk about it. As I said to you before, I'm happy to talk about it here at the Servo when I'm here. I'm here all the time. As I say, I'm not a farmer, but I'm affected by it because we've got to sell our fuel and all that sort of stuff. So we're all affected. Doesn't matter what industry you're in. You know, small towns have to survive. I don't want to move to a city. So more meetings, get into it. I'll back you. I'll try and be there and all that sort of stuff. And we've got other people that are on board. And just get the word out there. Get it out there and make people aware of what's actually happening outside of our area.
That's right.
And we're being controlled by these people that have absolutely no idea what's going on here. No idea at all.
And I think that's being kind to them, Lee. I think that's being kind.
Listen, there'd be lots of words I'd like to use, but I've held back. It's been hard, but I've held back. And I've sent an email off to a politician yesterday in New South Wales and a federal politician. I asked her for maybe a top-end political person to come and visit Barham and Kundruk and small areas to actually witness what's going on and speak to the real people who are being affected by these changes and by the city votes and the Green Party.
But unfortunately, politics being politics and politics being numbers, politicians, if they want to be elected, if they want to form government, they have to cater for where the votes are, and the votes aren't here.
No.
They're simply not here. They are in the cities, in the metropolitan areas. Victoria and New South Wales both have about 76% of their population and politicians in Melbourne, in Sydney. And
the numbers are huge.
The numbers are just huge. We actually effectively have no say in Victoria or New South Wales. So we can either go along that same path and hope things get better, which they won't. Absolutely no way.
Die a slow death.
Or die a slow death.
That's all they're going to do.
So we're going to move ahead with this, Lee, aren't we?
Yes.
And push this issue.
100%.
I think it's essential.
Absolutely
essential for our economic and our financial well-being. Otherwise, it's a case of dry up, blow away.
And we're all forgotten about.
Go to Melbourne, try and get a job down there. Whatever. No, we don't want to do that.
We don't.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Lee.
No worries, David.
And
Thank you very much.
We're going to battle on.
We will for sure, 100%.
That's great, Lee.
We'll get behind it.
Right.